Hello there and welcome to my channel. Andy the Novice modeler here, and look at what I have created. Yes, you've probably completely forgotten about this, or actually probably not. I was moaning about it a couple of days ago and probably about once a month since May or June it would seem, because this was one of our You Choose My Next builds where we offered up some motorcycles and sidecars. The alternate being the Pit Road IJA Tech 97 Riku and sidecar, the nearly new Tamiya KS600 motorcycle and sidecar, and the, as it turns out, rather fun Zvezda 3639 Soviet M72 with sidecar and crew, which comes with these two guys and some happy drunken dudes as well. Those were the ones that didn't win. The one that did win was this Redux Models Gnome Rhone Ax2, kit number RDX35001, which is actually a rebox of the Hella 420 kit from 1978, with some rather nice new parts, I might add. Yeah, so the You Choose My Next build ended for this on May the 21st, and I forget when I started this. I think it took me a month to even start it, so it's taken me a whole 4 months and 6 days to finish it. Wow, that's got to be a record. We've definitely suffered from some procrastination on this one. So it's spinning around on the spinny thing, so I'll bring it up, but I'll just give you a little bit of a rundown if you've forgotten or if you haven't seen before on this particular kit. Like I've said, it's actually originally a Hella kit, but it was reboxed by these guys Redux sometime, I think in the late 1990s or early 2000s, and probably more like the 2000s. It doesn't actually appear on Scalemates, this particular kit, so it's kind of rare, I suppose, and I picked it up from Mikey's Model Barn. Hi Mikey, if you're watching, I'll phone you soon, I promise. It actually comes with some new sort of resin figures, which are, I've got to be honest with you, really, really, really nice. That's the officer figure. So they're really nice, and it also came with some new tyres and accessories and a whole bunch of photo etch for the wheels, for the spokes on the wheels, etc., which is something that I'm not really into dealing with, especially on such a small kit. I mean, look at all those extra bits there. Jesus. So yeah, so we didn't do that way. We just built the standard Hella kit, and this is how it came out. So we've used a whole load of paints and whatnot, which I'll go through shortly, but I'm sure you just want to kind of have a bit of a gawp at what I've created. It's not that great, I'll be honest with you. Figures, this is probably only the third lot of figures that I've done. My faces are leaving a lot to be desired at the moment. They're very bland and boring. So this is our officer figure, who's got some riding breeches, a cane, and a briefcase of sorts. And this one is he's actually sporting a rifle. The rifle is actually supposed to be on the rider of the motorbike, but as you can see, he's got these brown strappings going across, and they strangely end halfway across his back. So I decided to give him a rifle. So he's now a fighting, limping guy with a briefcase or a folder of some sorts, and I think he came out quite nice. He's got hull red for his leather parts, because obviously he's an officer, so he's probably got highly polished fancy leather. And I must admit, I'm quite happy with how his well, it's a bit off centre, how his kepi turned out in black with some gold braiding. So yeah, I'm pretty all right with that. The decals, there's no decals on this kit, because the decals, for around about half an hour, no matter what I did, stubbornly refused to come off the sheet. And with a bit of prodding, they then decided to completely disintegrate. So there's no decals gone onto this at all, which is a bit of a shame, because it did look quite nice. It had little French flags on the number plates. But I mean, why I struggle with this one, I'm not exactly sure. I think it was because I got a bit irritated with the figures, because I was trying to do some pre-shading on them, And when I came to paint them, I was painting them by hand with the recommended, you know, where you put lots of glazing and glazing and glazing, and it just looked really shiny and awful, really, I thought. And it's not look much better now, but at least I'm not so shiny. So yeah, I mean, again, faces leaving a lot to be desired. We got his goggles, kind of. I decided to put some brown, what are these things called, lapels on their jackets, because they were looking a little bit boring. And we actually used leather brown ICM for the brown, because all my Tamiya's seem to be quite bright. Got his machine gun. Wheels all went on okay. They were a little bit tiresome to paint, but you know, again, we did all the leathers in the hull red on this because I thought it looked kind of nice and shiny. And our engine, etc., has been done in metallic grey. I can't remember what colour I actually painted this in. It said vert, olive vert. So I'm kind of thinking I used the X58 olive green, because it doesn't look like olive drab. So I'm kind of thinking it must be that one. It was airbrushed, by the way, with the airbrush. It was primered in Army War Painter matte black with the airbrush, and Vallejo acrylic satin varnish has been sprayed over the top. The other paints we used the AK highlight flesh for the flesh. We used the whole red, like I said, linoleum deck brown, which I just kind of like using on wood parts. I think that was just for the guns. The X57 buff for our officers' trousers. Flat aluminium. Where did I put that? Oh yeah, the light. According to the kit, it came with a clear glaze part, but over 4 months, if it did come with that, I must have lost it, but I don't remember having that. We used a bit of flat black, flat red on the top of the hat, some gold leaf, ooh, rubber black, metallic grey. The uniforms were a combination of khaki XF49 and olive drab XF62, which for such a small, well, three figures basically, I managed to make enough for almost at least a platoon anyway. So we'll have to find some more French figures to do at some point. We used extra thin and Tamiya cement on this, and we used some C8 UK black because it kind of works a bit better on paint. So there we go. It took a long time. I've been threatening to have a go at it for a while. I sat down last night actually and just thought, oh, I'll finish it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was obviously, people are probably saying, where's that AS42 Sahariana? Yeah, well, that's it. It's all the parts are painted. It's all ready to go together. There's a video in production at the moment. The final part of the video is obviously me sticking all these bits on. So that'll be up over the next couple of days, and hopefully that'll be finished. I'm kind of hoping it'll be finished by Monday. Yeah, I think it should be done by then. So, yeah, there we go. Better late than never, I suppose. So, what's coming up next? The weekend. We're going to build some kits. We'll finish off building some kits, and then it's October soon, isn't it? So we'll have to start some new ones. I haven't quite decided yet. The USS Fletcher will be in there somewhere, but we'll do some others, and we'll do the another YouTube's my next build, and a couple of other random ones, I suppose. So thanks very much for watching, and bearing with me for this taking 4-month nightmare to just get a small motorbike and sidecar and an officer figure finished. Incidentally, it's actually the first kit that I finished since July the 31st. So, geez, what have I been doing for 2 months? Working, that was it. Yeah, I've been working. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'd like to. So thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and give us one of those thumbs up for me waffling at you for 9 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm just going to leave that spinning for a bit, and you can have a look at it, and maybe another advert will come up and I'll get paid another 0.03p for it. So yeah, the sad life of a YouTuber who's dragging videos out to try and get his 0.00003p. Oh well, tatty bye, be seeing you.